Alright, you guys, so it's time for my actual review, not just an unboxing, which I posted on Facebook, but not on YouTube, because I'm not trying to flood the YouTube with things that quite honestly are kind of like, well, I mean, it's whatever. I want to have it be a little bit more refined on that on my YouTube channel, but just the same, there is an unboxing. If you want to see it, you can simply just go to my actual Facebook page, which is the exact same name as what's on the YouTube channel. Anyways, though, this is about the Hygger Acrylic Disc Nano Airstone set. The one that I actually was sent to kind of check out was the 80mm, and I mentioned in the unboxing video how hefty it was, and it was very, very, very nicely built. It had a really cool feature with the inlet where the air tubing connects in. It comes out like this and then is angled up. I love that because it enables you to actually have your air line going straight up instead of having to be coming out like this and then bringing it up there. It looks hideous, and depending on what you're doing and where you want it to be even, that's just simply not functional. You could buy the pieces to do it, but come on, what a pain. Like, I'm not going to do that. So, and I don't use these really, any kind of airstone in the beta stuff really, but for what I'm using these for is circulating the heat in my 12-foot ponds. So given that they're also 12 feet, even with the water current that it creates with a very fast stream of very fine mist bubble, I mean, it's crazy. These things, it's impressive. It's like a whole other level status, honestly. And I was trying to see over time as well, the reason why I didn't just make a review after I plugged it in, I wanted to see how it held up, in actual use for me, because the disc style or any other ones, they always end up clogging on me, or clogging and deteriorating, or just falling apart because of the water conditions that I'm always running. But just the same, I hate them. They suck. So, yeah, I gotta say, I think that this is a really solid product, and some of you guys might think like, yeah, it's a little bit spendy, but I mean, come on, it's not that bad. It's like, I think it was like $19. I don't know, I didn't buy it, but I think it's like $18, $19, something like that, maybe 16. That's not bad, especially for what you get. It even has the top that opens up out, so you can clean it if you need to. I mean, you know what I'll do? I'll actually just post it so you can see the unboxing video as well, so you can kind of understand what it is that I'm saying in this one. Didn't really think that through. Honestly, I'm not really an item reviewer, but I'm just doing this, products and things. Even if it's sent to me to review or not sent to me to review, it's just a review that I'm doing, which I will actually be doing one right after this of a product that is not actually something that was sent to me. Just the same though, it has a lot of really cool features. It comes with the tubing. It comes with a tool for inserting in the top, so you can actually twist it open. Like I said, threading's really good. I mean, it honestly is just a really well-made disc, and it looks really classy. It's presentation's really good. Like I said, I mean, the amount of fine bubbles that come out, I mean, it's a stream, and the updraft on it all actually creates a surface agitation area of about just over a foot. And if you look at the furthest away and the light hitting it, you can see that it goes out like this far. But the immediate agitation though is at least in this range, which is about a foot, and it goes out slightly more. I would say probably maybe 16, 18 inches. It's good. And that's even at a distance of only being, because obviously the higher it's traveling to, the more updraft we'll be able to get. But this is even with a distance of about 15 to 18 inches, depending on how I'm running the ponds at the time. So I kind of go in between there. For this one that I'm using here, and I will be actually adding more updates for each of the other ponds as well for those. But anyways, yeah, so like I said, I mean, I definitely recommend it. If you're looking for something that's like you know, super, super, super delicate, this is probably not your thing. But I haven't tried the smaller ones, so that being said, I could be wrong. I mean, I can't, you know, but I would think with how effective these are that they would be excellent for like cichlids, salt water stuff. I mean, a lot of things would be really probably a good use for this. Ponds, it's a good use for. And I mean, for those of you guys who would be like, oh, that'll never be big enough for what I need. Well, I mean, these are 12-foot long ponds, so, and it does a good job. So I would definitely say it is actually, it's kind of funny, but it is actually plenty large for that. So, and plenty effective. But yeah, you guys, I mean, all in all, it's a really solid product. I have to give this one a thumbs up. I know that it's not really kind of in the realm of what I was initially trying to be reviewing for you guys, but they threw, you know, the opportunity my way to test it, and I was like, actually, let me try that out. So it happens that I could actually personally use this one, so it was a little bit more exciting for me on a personal level. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Highly effective, excellent flow, does not clog as of yet, and I mean, I run some pretty crazy water up in here, so I mean, if I would have seen a loss in productivity, I'd have seen it by now, especially with what stages I'm in with the betas that pond is going through. So yeah, I mean, it does its job well. Oh, something that I mentioned in the unboxing is I was going to check the temperature spread and how much it affected that, just to kind of give an idea of how much it increased circulation. Obviously, it only being above or going up that high is not creating like a straight up crazy current, but it is definitely extra circulation. So I did have a spread of about in between 1 and 2 degrees, and now there is 0 spread, to give you an idea. Depending on how cold it is outside, just outside this wall, because that's the garage, and then also the ground temperature, obviously, like outside. So, but just the same, there is no spread anymore. And as well, I will say that the heater has a much faster, this is a really beefy heater, but just the same, it is actually staying much more steady in general. So I gotta say, like I said, I mean, I like it. It does its job, and yeah, I mean, I don't have any complaints. I do realize, like I said, that unless you're doing a big grow out pond or something like that, it might not be your cup of tea. But any other species of fish, it definitely is definitely where I personally would go if I was going to hop back into some other species, would be these. So that should say a lot as well, because I mean, quite honestly, I mean, I used to do, you know, cichlids for, I did an insane amount of cichlids, and I tried out, I mean, I even had, you know, Jimco, huge, massive pumps, big old air rail system up top, like it was nuts. It ended up, when I left those, I ended up giving it to a fish shop to run up on their ceiling for a whole new section that we're adding in. And it had, I mean, that could have up to 36 air lines, depending on the size of tubing too that you were using initially. But the way I had it set up was 36 or 38. And the amount of flow you got was insane. I mean, it was very strong. So just the same though, I've tested out all kinds of different things and made bucket filters and all sorts of crazy stuff when I was back in cichlids. And like I said, this product here is definitely one that I would say is not a waste of your money, and it's definitely something worth snagging up. Maybe not if you're in betas, fine. But if you're in other species of fish, yes, and I know that this is technically a beta channel, but if you do have really big grow out ponds for betas because you're trying to follow the system that I use, then cool, grab one of these. Just the same, or several. But only one per pond, but you don't want to get too crazy, but just the same. Anyways, you guys, that concludes this review. This watch is nuts. It's really hot in here, and it senses that, so it's trying to like talk to me and tell me what it's. It's really annoying. Anyways, so